Welcome into Jags A.M. on this Thursday. I'm Kainani Stevens. Sexton and John Oehser with us this morning as we get ready for the first divisional matchup of the season for the Jaguars. The Texans are coming to town in week 3. So let's start out with our big things brought to you by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association. Bounce back. We talked a ton this week about Brian Thomas Jr.'s performance against the Bengals being subpar, but his quarterback Trevor Lawrence says he's not worried about it.
It's football. I mean, it doesn't always go perfect, you know. Obviously, we would love to start off hot these first 2 games and our connection be, ripping and me finding him everywhere and him having a great year and all those things. But, I mean, we're in week 2, everybody. So I think we can all just take a deep breath, give BT a little space. He's going to be just fine. Not worried about him at all. Just something we got to continue to work at. And we're going to have a good plan for him each week to be involved. And he's too good of a player to not, be involved and make those plays down the field that we all know he can make, and got all the confidence in the world in him and excited for just another opportunity for him this week to get going.
Brian, everyone's staying calm here. We're expecting a bounce back, though. I think we heard from BT in the locker room yesterday. His demeanor seems better. I think everyone's expecting him to turn the page going forward.
Listen, if we'd had this conversation before training camp began, who is the player that you're most confident in what he can do on Sunday afternoons? I think Brian Thomas Jr. would have been at or near the top of the list. I still feel that way. I'm asked, as I'm sure you guys are, everywhere you go, hey, what's up with number 7? None of us really know. And according to Trevor and according to Liam, and then yesterday Brian in the locker room, nothing. He's just got to get on track. So there's an opportunity for him to bounce back. They need him to bounce back. John, though, he's got a huge challenge this week because the corner who's going to line up across from him, Darryl Stingley Jr., is as good a corner as there is in the NFL. He might be the best corner in the NFL. So this week, getting back on track is going to require Brian Thomas Jr. to play at his best.
Yeah, I mean, and frankly, if he has drops on Sunday, I don't think anybody's really concerned. But he's got to go strong for the ball in traffic, and he didn't do that last week for whatever reason. Maybe it was the wrist that was on the report this week. Maybe, who knows? But he didn't, and until he does that, it's going to be a topic. I think he will do that. I'm not really worried about it. But Kai, we have to see it.
We're going to have an opportunity this Sunday. Ties into our second big thing, which is bully the bullies. The Texans have been the bullies of the division for a while now, but the Jaguars are going to try to make a claim and set the tone going forward. Liam Cohen talked a little bit about what the Texans' pass rush can do, but also what he's expecting from the offensive line.
Being in that division in LA with San Fran, right? Very, very similar structure, the way that they come off the rock, the way that they want to disrupt. We have got to have another sound plan when it comes to protecting the quarterback, but also in the run game, manufacturing different ways to manipulate those guys. Like I said, it takes all 11, but specifically the way that they want to roll off and come off the rock and play. Talented, got a lot of respect for the way that those guys play the game and can be very disruptive.
Brian, the Texans, specifically on defense, have been very physical. They like to set that tone, try to intimidate, dominate early. Is this an opportunity for the Jaguars to come out and be physical and kind of show themselves as well?
Well, absolutely it is. And of course, the cheap hit last year by Zero, the linebacker, gives them that sort of juice, I suppose. But the Jaguars have the #1 rushing game in the NFL 2 weeks in. And I get it, it's a small sample. But when you consider that Liam Cohen said the day that he signed on as the head coach here, that was his priority, and when you consider how ineffective the running game has been the last 2 years, to go from near the bottom to the top in just 2 weeks is a really good sign that the Jaguars can come out and punch the Texans in the mouth, figuratively, and get what they want done. It also helps that their run defense is top 5 right now, giving up just over 80 yards per game. The Jaguars were going to change their personality under Liam Cohen. I didn't know that it would get done so quickly, but it's been good to see.
All right, our final big thing today is going to be more of the same. We've talked a ton about what this defense has looked like for the Jaguars this year compared to last year, and takeaways has been the name of the game. John, when you see that, they're nearing their totals of takeaways from last year, I have to imagine that's still going to be a focus going into this one, trying to get extra opportunities for the offense.
Yeah, and stopping the run is key to that. When you stop the run, you put teams in passing situations. When you know teams are going to pass, you have a better chance at intercepting the ball. Look, I don't expect them to get 3 takeaways a game. That's 51, and that starts to get up into stratospheric all-time stuff. I do expect them to be a disruptive defense that is watching the ball when it's in the air because they're in zone a lot. So I think they'll get takeaways. They've never intercepted C.J. Stroud. You're not going to continue, or you're not going to be able to beat a team very often if you never intercept their quarterback. So it's a big storyline.
Sounds like we're due, John. That's exactly what it sounds like. Stay with us here. We're going to hear more from behind enemy lines as we go and talk to one of the Texans analysts to learn about the team.
Reach for the sky.
At Fields, you're never just a customer.
You're a superstar.
You're celebrated. Every visit is personal.
Got your name in lights. You're a superstar.
You're not like the rest. Neither are we. You're a superstar. And at Fields, we treat you like one because luxury isn't just how it looks. It's how it makes you feel. Visit fieldsauto.com.
Superstar.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? Right now during the Renewal by Anderson's Big BOGO event, buy one, get one 40% off, plus zero money down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. At Renewal by Anderson, our Acclaim Impact Replacement windows are built for Florida homes and designed to help you save money on your energy bills by maintaining indoor temperatures year-round. Offer expires September 30th. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. License number CGC 1527613.
Champions are built from the support and encouragement they get from the team around them. No one knows that better than Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr.
As one of the nation's largest pediatric health systems, Nemours Children's Health gives hope to future champions every day to go well beyond their limits. Together, we can redefine children's health. We are Nemours Children's Health.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval.
Jags A.M. brought to you by Fields Auto Group. See Fields first, Jacksonville's premier luxury auto group. Go to fieldsauto.com. Welcome into Behind Enemy Lines this week, where we check in with the Jaguars' opponent for this week. So we're checking in with John Harris from Texans Radio and many other Texans things. John, thanks for joining us. We know it's a short week for you.
Yeah, it is short. When that Monday night game hits, and then all day yesterday I kept thinking it was Monday. I'm like, yeah, it's Monday. I'm like, wait a second. No, it's Tuesday. So, yeah, the short week is never really fun. And then when you got to go on the road at the end of it, that doesn't help either. So, yeah, it's going to be a collective effort to kind of reset and get ready for Sunday.
Tough start for you guys, obviously 0-2, playing well, but just not quite getting to that. What are the things that need to really be focused on in week 3 from your perspective to get the win?
You know, it's really a lot of simple fundamentals. You know, on the final drive, Baker was able to take advantage of us, the Bucs were, because we didn't tackle well. We missed a couple of key tackles. We missed a tackle on 4th and 10 on Baker, and then a little while later, Bucky Irving picked up another 10, 12 yards on a check down route that if we make a tackle, yeah, who knows whether they can get in the end zone at that point, but he gets another 10, 15 yards, another missed tackle. We're doing some of the fundamental things wrong defensively, even though guys are playing hard. I think in a sense, if I were to put this kind of in a music analogy, it's like we want to bang our head like it's Metallica, and we need to chill out a little bit more like it's Sade. So I think that probably needs to happen a little bit and kind of focus on the fundamentals. I think offensively, there are some bright spots, but it's just kind of hit or miss. There's the first drive, which was incredible against Tampa Bay. But then there are just periods of, start and stop that we just can't really kind of get out of our own way. So it's first-year offense coordinator, first-year play caller, a lot of new pieces offensively, and it just hasn't clicked yet. So, it's going to be tough to do against the defense that athletic, but that's really what the charge is for us week 3 taking on Jacksonville.
When you look at the offense, obviously Nick Haley in there, kind of a new form for you guys. How much do you guys miss Joe Mixon right now? And then also, how do you see the scheme not the scheme, but how do you see the game plan changing a little bit taking on the Jaguars this week?
Joe was really good because their offensive line was not great last year. Joe was really good at creating his own yards. And I don't know that we're missing a ton. I mean, it would be great to have Joe back because I think you could have there's a lot of focus that would go to Joe. But I just think right now where we're missing is really blitz pickup, passing game. Guys can get open and the protection's not great. Protection's great, guys can't get open. It's more, I think that, it would be great to have Joe back, and I think he would give you that. But Nick Chubb has given us, a little something. His pass protection's been fantastic. Woody Marks, the rookie from Mississippi State and USC, has really done some good things for us. So I don't know. It's funny because as you hear people talk about the team locally or write about the team. Mm-hmm. Joe Mixon's name has not been brought up a lot, and I don't know if that's just being resolute to the fact that he's not here or that we don't miss him that much. But I think our offensive issues really are not about missing Joe. I think it's more about just fundamentals and learning the new scheme the way that Nick Haley wants it to be.
When you guys are game planning, I think D'Amico might have mentioned this, but taking on the Rams in week 1 and the Bucs in week 2, Liam Cohen working in both those places, very much catered to the places that he's been before. Does that help kind of game planning when you're going up against what looks to be a similar scheme?
Yes and no. Monday night, we didn't stop that scheme at all. I mean, they stuffed the ball right down our throats. They had a lot of runs that we were unable to account for. They ran, different counters, different buck sweeps, different things that I know that Liam is sitting there going, whoa, we can do this. And they've got the running backs to do it. And I think they've got even better running backs with ETN and Bashal Tuten, who I did a lot of work on in the draft, hoping that the Texans would take a look at him. And then when I saw the Jaguars draft, I was very disappointed. And I thought, man, that's going to be trouble for us if we're not on our fundamentals and we're not tackling well, because those two guys are very difficult to tackle as well. So it's great. You might know what's coming in a sense. You might see some tendencies that are the same, but the way that Tampa Bay was able to execute, if Jacksonville executes in that way, it doesn't matter if we know what's coming because they're going to stick it right down our throats the same way with that running game. And I think Jacksonville's offensive line is going to be better than maybe some fans here want to expect. I think we're going to see a lot of the same thing that Josh Grizzard, the offense coordinator for Tampa Bay, ran, learning it from Liam. There might be some twists on it that Liam's going to put on it based on what his players and what he's got in his personnel groupings. But I think it's a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, it's great. We've been prepping for it for 3 weeks, but the other night we didn't stop it. So we got to stop it and hope to have a chance to keep that fast. And that's the other thing that stood out was how fast Jacksonville is, especially offensively. Like, wow, man, they got some guys that can really run. So our guys are going to have to be on it, really, really mind their P's and Q's. The other night, they really didn't do that. I think they were just I used the word hyper. It sounds like a 5-year-old kid on Pop Rocks, but that kind of was the way they were playing. They got to settle into a smooth groove and just go play. And I think they'll do a better job because they have seen some of this stuff. But if I'm Liam, I go right back to what we struggled with, especially because that fits with what I think Jacksonville does really, really well with ETN and Tuten.
Very good. It's our first divisional matchup. We're looking forward to it. We'll see you, John, on Sunday.
Take care. Thank you.
Thanks to John Harris for joining me earlier. And, of course, stay with us here on Jags A.M. Coming up, we'll tell you what we think the headlines are going to be on Monday morning.
Reach for the sky.
At Fields, you're never just a customer.
You're a superstar.
You're celebrated. Every visit is personal.
Got your name in lights. You're a superstar.
You're not like the rest, neither are we. You're a superstar. And at Fields, we treat you like one because luxury isn't just how it looks, it's how it makes you feel. Visit fieldsauto.com.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jax. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants, the hottest subs in Duval.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jags A.M. brought to you by Sudeth Moving and Storage, Florida's most trusted and dependable moving company. Sudeth are proud to be the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. To get a guaranteed quote, visit Sudeth.com/Jacksonville.
I'm past that. I'm way past that at this point in my life. So it's not something I've thought about since then. Everybody's different, you know. It's football. It's a violent game, and obviously it's unfortunate when things like that happen. And I don't want to get into all that again, but you know, we're past that. So I'm not going to look in the rearview mirror.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence reflecting on the hit he took the last time the Texans and the Jaguars played. That hit from Azeez Al-Shaair gave him a concussion, and he missed the rest of the season. So Trevor Lawrence says he's moved much far past that. I think, you know, there's been a turnover, a lot of changes here since that point. So I think this will be a little bit different, but there's always a rivalry.
Well, listen, there is the rivalry because if you go back and look at the record from when the Texans came into the league in 2002 until today, they have owned the series. There have been little pockets where the Jaguars have had success against the Texans, but through the eras, the Texans have owned the series. The only thing I'll say about that hit is that, and I think Liam Cohen said it best, the best revenge, if that's the word that you want to use, is for the Jaguars to go out and play well, for the quarterback to go out and play well. Now, I might find where zero is, and I might run a little Brenton Strange's direction, sure, right? And send the message, you know, you did that last year, we're coming after you this year, we're going to be the more physical team. But the best revenge is just to go out and beat the Texans.
Well, the cliche is, look, there's too much going on to prepare, and if you're thinking about that, you're not thinking about the game. And that cliche is very true, but the incident will run through the water here. And I do believe there will be a feeling of, you know, I've said it all week, it's the only way I can think to say it. If the Texans push, the Jaguars are going to push back. And so I'm excited about this game.
It becomes part of the rivalry. I mean, you
Yeah.
remember when Greg Lloyd took out Keenan McCardell in 1997? Whenever we talk about the Steelers and that rivalry, we go back to that game because there was some roster moves that angered the Steelers, and Greg Lloyd, the outside linebacker, just crushed Keenan right after the game. And he said, well, he said something about my wife. Well, Keenan McCardell never said anything about his wife. That was just the message. You signed one of our players the week that we were playing. This is what we do.
All right, well, we're going to start looking forward now as we look as to what the headlines will be on Monday morning. We're going to predict the future, do our best. What do you think the headlines are going to be on Monday, Brian?
I'll go with turn them loose, and you can look at this two different ways. The first is that the Houston Texans offensive line has had trouble protecting the quarterback. Going back to last season, he was sacked 56 times. He was hit multiple times in the fourth quarter the other night that really impacted that ball game. And so I say let him go, right? I mean, let that defensive line chase. And 44 was a wrecking ball in Cincinnati. I mean, just go back and watch the tape. So turn those guys loose. The other side of this is, and I know we're talking about BTJ all week, and that's the dominant story because he's such a good player, but the running game is averaging 169 yards through 2 weeks. Again, 2 weeks, John. But the Jaguars have shown the ability to run the ball, which they haven't been very effective at the last 2 years. Go get them. Run the football to set up the pass until such point that you've got the passing game in sync. It might take a little while. Run the ball.
Yeah, sort of the same theme. I think we'll all have it. Mine was standing strong. Taking the hit last year aside, this game to me is huge for the Jaguars in the sense that they've shown the identity they want to be this year. The Texans think they're that team. Or actually, the Texans have shown they're that kind of a team. If the Jaguars are really a tough physical team that doesn't back down to people, then they'll play like that on Sunday. If they come out of this game, think about us sitting here on Monday. If they come out of this game running the way they did the first 2 weeks, creating turnovers, and playing physical and standing up, this game sets the tone. Do you think D'Amico's going anywhere?
No. No.
Do you think Liam Cohen's going anywhere anytime soon?
No.
These guys are going to play a lot in the next few years. This game is the first of a lot of battles. I'm excited about this one. And I'm usually not that jacked up on Thursday. This is going to be fun to watch for these
John's
reasons.
jacked up.
Listen,
Standing strong.
As an aside, I talked to Dwan Smoot in the locker room. He was part of the last really physical, dominant Jaguars defense in 2017. He was a rookie on that squad. And I asked him for any comparisons, and he said, you know what? That team never backed down from anyone. They jawed at everyone, and of course, that was Jalen Ramsey's personality. But the reality of it is, he goes, we're not backing down from anyone. So I kind of got excited about this game, too. Even though Dwan wasn't here last year, he was here long enough to understand the Texans-Jaguars rivalry.
Well, he knows all the guys.
Yep.
He's tight with Josh Hines Allen. He's one of those guys who's part of the culture even when he wasn't. And he'll be on the Ozone podcast this week.
We love a plug. We love a
I'll drop
plug.
that name right there.
Quickly, mine's along the lines. Mine's seeing Battle Red because hopefully we don't have to see the Battle Red uniforms. But along with the defense, I talked to Jordan Lewis yesterday and talked about trash talk. He got me hyped up because he's one of those guys, as soon as he puts on his football uniform, he's got the pads on, he turns into somebody else. So I know the takeaways probably aren't going to get 3 every game like John mentioned, but I hope it doesn't stop this week at least because I think there's a great opportunity here. The offense has had a hard time getting going for the Texans so far. They got a new offensive coordinator. They're still trying to figure things out. Joe Mixon's not on the field right now, so without the run, they're having trouble connecting with their wide receivers. I think this is a great opportunity to get that interception and get some extra chances for the offense, and hopefully that means a win for the Jaguars this Sunday. Stay with us. We're coming back after the break and tell you a little bit about what to expect before the game.
Reach for the sky.
At Fields, you're never just a customer.
You're a superstar.
You're celebrated. Every visit is personal.
Got your name in lights. You're a superstar.
You're not like the rest, neither are we. You're a superstar. And at Fields, we treat you like one because luxury isn't just how it looks, it's how it makes you feel. Visit fieldsauto.com.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold they had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite, it's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone, fresh veggies, and their new pickle drizzle. Order the new Jag Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jags. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
My husband, Steve, was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They only gave him months to live. That was years ago. Now, he's out there, under the tree. Nature photography is his thing. And apparently, so is catching poison ivy.
Oof, so itchy. UF Health. Human progress has no finish line.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. Zipchair is furniture for fans. And this game this Sunday against the Texans brought to you by UF Health, the official healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Going to want to come out and see this one. I think it's going to be good. Obviously, reminders to everyone to get to the stadium early because of construction. You don't want to deal with any of the delays, so come early. I think the Main Street Bridge is still closed at this point, too. So just keep an eye on all that stuff and get here bright and early, tailgate early, get after it, just have some fun.
Yeah, like if you like games with emotion, they're a big game.
It's going to be Sunday.
This is big for a Week 3 game.
You have the chance to put the
I'm
Texans,
excited about it, and you guys don't seem me excited that much. So
you have a chance to put the Texans in an 0-3 hole, right? I mean, that is big for them as the 2-time defending division champs. To put them down 0-3 early, man, that's a great opportunity for this football team.
And selfishly, they're going to be wearing the Prowlers uniforms, and I'm excited about that, as I'm sure many of the fans are as well. So enjoy the game on Sunday. We'll be back on Jags A.M. on Monday to recap everything for you and hopefully a Jaguars win.